All right, Wednesday, July 8th, we're going to pull an Abandoned Magic Collective Oracle from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit by Kim Krans. And we're going to see what we got from here today. What animal spirit energy do we need to think about, talk about, process today? All right. What do we got? Ooh. All right, we're going to end up with 2. Crocodile and Scorpion. I'm going to invert these just because of the way that they fell. So we have Scorpion and Crocodile. As always with Oracle decks, I'm going to grab our handy dandy guidebook because I have not memorized a lot of these yet. And I believe Oracle decks are created with intention. So I really like to make sure I'm presenting the message as intended by the creator before I babble based on intuition. So our Scorpion card, glimpse at what that looks like in the guidebook here. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. When this energy is in balance, it's wild and free and fierce. When it's out of balance, it's jealous, resentful, or unresolved. To bring it into balance, there's honesty and forgiveness. Love that. I think we all can kind of, well, I guess maybe not all. Maybe not everyone's petty like I am, but I definitely, I don't know if it's the anxiety, the pettiness, whatever it is, I dwell on things in the past, but I suck at communicating them. I've really worked hard over the last few years to communicate it to the people that really matter to me that I want in my circle because I know it will fester with me. And so the longer I let it fester, the more explosive I am when it finally finds its way out, which is not great. So if you have that tendency too, I think this is definitely a message of like honesty is our best policy. It also ties into our tarot because we pulled Son of Wands, which is about seeking the truth in all things and living like honestly and authentically rather than based on perceptions. Okay, so now we need to find our crocodile. Glimpse at that in the guidebook. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, and cooling off. Oh, so we have fire and then a cooling off card. So very fitting. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, it's wise, patient, and a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck or lashes out. To bring it into balance, there is rest and a Makarasana pose. That's, I believe, a yoga thing, but I don't know for sure. I think that ties in perfectly. So not only is it a, hey, we got to let things out if we're hanging on to things from the past, it's a, we do have to sit with them first. We can't launch right into discussing them even with those closest to us, probably. We do have to discuss it sooner rather than later, but we have to sit with it first and really allow ourselves to communicate those things from a place of wisdom and power versus a place of anger and frustration and all of that. And a lot of times when you sit with something, you can really kind of ask yourself, is this bothering me because my feelings are hurt? Is this bothering me because it actually is injustice? Why exactly is this needling me the way it is? And a lot of times when we explore that, we're like, oh, it's actually coming from this other place or this other thing. And I'm just projecting or bringing it into this situation. Doesn't mean you need to just forget about it and let it go. You still need to communicate to that person. It might involve a boundary you have that you haven't even established with them yet. So let's make sure those of us that are hot headed like me, you take a cool down period with the crocodile. We have to harness our wisdom and power and not in an explosive manner, in a very controlled, intentional way. All right. Okay, love you. Bye.